Alright, it's early morning and I am starting Inspiration Wednesday because I've got a busy day ahead. And I'm going to start taping the spine here. And I did my little demo last week about, or talk last week about the journal. I don't think I mentioned this, but I do just really tape the binding just because it makes it stronger and it stops the stuff from seeping in. Or seeping through to the next section. And not that I mind that, but I've just found with traveling with these journals and teaching in my suitcase that this just helps the book stay together longer. So now I just always do it. If you're not traveling and throwing it in a suitcase, you probably don't need to do it as much as me. But it does help to keep the media from soaking through. And creates all kinds of texture when you do something like that. So now I'm going to gesso this and we'll just kind of start from scratch and see where it goes today. Since I've got the tape out, I'm thinking why not just layer some, oh look, wrinkled tape, but just layer some tape in there. Maybe put another coat of gesso on top of it. Maybe even gel medium. Just to get some texture underneath. Tape on there, and you saw how to change tape in the middle, and apparently it's not the good tape that I usually like. It's like the kind that I've not been using in the drawer. Anyway, I'm gonna have to put something on top of it because it's all flipping up anyway. Oh. And I'm just gonna put some fluid matte medium on there. I could put gel medium, but I think it's too thick, and if I want to maintain the line, I think I'll just put this on there. So see if I can't, not that I'm not putting a thick coat on there. Oh, look, it doesn't even want to stick with this on it. See if we can't embed this in there and then come back and do something on top. Alright, so changing things up a bit, I think, because I have some of the Daniel Smith watercolors. So these come in a tube. And I don't know if you can see, like, even from here, they're different than what your traditional watercolors are. They have, like, mica flakes in them and stuff like that. But watercolors that come in a tube, you put into a tray, and then you let them air dry, and then you have them in a palette. So I've already taken that step and squeezed them out into the palette. And I've gone ahead and written the colors, because I would totally forget there's, like, I don't know, 200 and something colors. So I think I'm going to use those just to create a background. And I don't have a lot of colors. These are just the ones, you know, of course I picked up the turquoises. So anyway, I'm babbling. But then also, Daniel Smith has a watercolor ground that they make. And I'm assuming it's similar then as the absorbent ground. But I'm going to put the Daniel Smith ground here and the absorbent ground here. And we're just going to see because, you know, I don't know what it does. So let's just get a brush and kind of layer this on and see what the differences might be. Alright, so the noticeable difference between the two mediums is that the Daniel Smith one seems to be a bit thicker and more opaque, where the golden, I'm holding the wrong thing, wherever I put the golden one is a little bit looser, and you can still see a little bit through it if you don't put a heavy coat on. So yeah, that's the first noticeable difference. So I'm going to get some watercolor brushes. So I always separate my paint brushes. I never use my watercolor brushes on my acrylic. Of course, they are embedded into my drawer here. But yeah, I made this little carrier thingy for them, so they're always in there. And I did take a watercolor class and made that for them. But anyway, long story short, let's go into, oh, I should get my little container. Okay, don't go anywhere. I'm going to fill my little water container. And if you don't have one of these are like the coolest things. I'm going to go fill it up and I'll be back. I've zoomed out a little bit here and I've got my water well. So basically you push this button and the dirty water goes down and it automatically refills with clean water. So it's nice when you're watercoloring. I don't use it with anything else like acrylics, but that's just me. You totally can. So I'm just going to zoom back in here and I guess I'm going to start painting a background. I'm just going to take my spray bottle and activate this palette of colors. And like I said, I don't have a lot of them because I just started creating this palette. But certainly, cobalt teal, yeah, they actually have cobalt teal in watercolor. No joke, people. No joke. Alright, so I'm going to get even a little bit more water. And I guess I'm just going to kind of randomly placed. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't really want to paint a watercolored scene. I just want to get the color on there somehow. And obviously the more water you add, the more drippy and fluid they become. And I'm also using one of these flat wash brushes. They're specifically for watercolor. And when you watercolor, you don't often do this. You kind of hold the brush on the side. So that's why this flat wash brush. It's a good watercolor brush. All right, so I've got that down. Let's clean that off a little bit. And let's go into the next color, which is, maybe not, well, yeah. This is called Duochrome Aquamarine. Oh, well, that's just pretty. I know from the camera it probably looks like the exact same color, but it has a different luminescence. Is that the right word? Luminescence. Put it over here. Yeah. Color just makes me happy. It's a bit more transparent, and it has, to me, it looks like it has a little bit more green in it. But what do I know? Okay. All right. Yeah, you can totally tell that that has a darker, probably can't tell on camera, but, and plus the lighting in here is really bad this morning. All right, so let's go into something, let's go into green gold, because yeah, they actually have a green gold in this as well. Let me get some of that in there. And maybe I'll start over at the edge. Oh, touching me, touching you. Sing it with me. Sweet, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's, add a little water to that. Keep blending it out. Well, that's just pretty right there. Let's get a little bit more. Oh, yeah. And where they meet. Just talking to myself now. Let's get a little of that over here. Oh, that color is sensual. You know, it totally shows when you buy high quality of any art product. I balk. Not that this stops me from buying it, clearly, but oh look, so here's my water. Oh, you can't me. Ooh. So if I just push that button, all the ugly green goes out and it fills up with clean water, and I clean my brush again. All right, so there's this color in here. There's also this Bloodstone Genuine, which is like a reddish, but I don't want to use that yet because there's this Duochrome Tropic Sunrise, and I have been dying. It looks like it's got like holographics to it, so I kind of imagined it was going to go on this white, but I wonder if you mix it with stuff, does it start to, oh, mixing my colors totally. Let's clean that again. I don't know what I got in there. I think it's red. Let's go into this one. I'm just going to use it, I don't care. It's got, I mean, honestly, it's got this opal essence to it. Not herbal essence. And I want it to make magic. Is to lift it up by this inclusion, kind of spray a whole bunch of water, and hopefully it just drips that way. So let's see what we get. If I can get the book to fold. And let's see if we can't make that watercolor just drip. And it's doing fantastic things on the tape. It's kind of like in slow motion. Alright, so that's dried. I think I'm going to go back with a little bit more teal, because who doesn't love a little bit more teal? And let's just don't know if you can see this or if I could even force you to see. Oh, that might be it. See that? That's that, oh, what's the color? The Duochrome Tropic Sunrise. It's got this, you paint it on and it makes everything opalescence. Opalescence, you know what I mean. All right, so I've got this really cool texturized, really ethereal watercolory background, and I think I'm gonna stamp her. I've not stamped her yet. So what to stamp her in was the next question, because, and they look so freaky that way, don't they? They just look creepy. So I was thinking ink, but then that could go wrong. Which anything can go wrong. And then I was thinking, well, maybe gelato, because it's watercolor. And if I didn't like it, I technically could wipe it off. And I'm thinking I can probably stamp a better image like that. So I will probably be manipulating the book a little bit. Let me get a clip here, hold this down. Maybe know if it will, but hold it down enough for the demo. All right, so I'm going to take a gelato. Now this is a dark gray, and I have no idea what set this came in, but it's one of the newer ones. And my other issue was, you know, ink could dry quicker than I wanted to, especially since I'm stamping on a very texturized surface. And I don't want anything that's just like black, you know. So let's just put this on there. Hopefully it becomes just as, or it stamps just as kind of watercolory as the background, but you know, I really don't know what to expect. Ideally you do want a face kind of crisp, but if you don't take risks, how do you know? So this, and I also could go in with like different colors too. I wonder if I should do like the lips in pink and the eyes, or maybe I should just keep it all one and just stop babbling. How about I just do that? Alright, so technically I probably could even still stamp it as it is in its dry form and get some kind of look on there. But I want this to still look watercolory. So I'm going to take my spray bottle, and I'm usually heavy-handed with my water, but just, I need to activate that color so that when I press it down, it releases from the stamp. And then the other challenge will be to keep this book so that I can, see, like I wouldn't have been able to wait if that were ink, so that I can stamp quite nice, so one-handedly. And you can put them on a block. I just never put these on a block from stamping something like this. So let's see. Let's put it there and press. And see what I get. You just don't know. It's a crapshoot. Try to get the whole thing down. You think if you press harder, then you're going to get a better image. Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3. Creepy, because it all kind of oozed, but creepily maybe cool. So, how about I flip this a little bit so that it's flatter. And flip some more of the pages like this. It's kind of creepy in a cool way. I'm going to dry it. I'm going to dry it. I'll be back. I kind of like it. It's not what I thought it was going to be, but I do. It kind of looks like Mona Lisa-esque, kind of excavated from some kind of archaeological dig. Anyway, so I have this. I want to put maybe some gray words, like maybe, I don't know. I'm just thinking I might just play around with the same color gelato and a big quote stamp, because I know that it has to be big, because if I do this with small words, it'll, you know, it's obviously going to blur because it's watercolor when I over spritz. And that's really what happened here. I'm an over spritzer. There's probably a 12-step program for that. Alright, so let's see. Just give it a little spritz. Maybe get some of those words in here. Not sure. I like that. And maybe a little bit here. And that spine's in the way, so Lord knows what I'm going to get. I like that. I do, I do. Alright, so I'm playing around with these gray tags, and I don't want them in their entirety. I want to kind of tear them. And I want to kind of collage them, not in Rose, but I want to write just a girl who decided to go for it. At least I think I do. So my idea is that I want to tear them and put like text on them. Alright, so I think that's how I like them. And I'm going to put some gel medium behind them. I would use Helmar, but I keep forgetting to pick some up. It's not like it's right down the street. Anyway, let's just put these on there. I've had this long arm stapler in my drawer forever, and I think I've used it twice, but I'm going to use it today. And because they weren't staying like I wanted, at least I didn't feel like they were going to be secure. So now I'm just getting my aggression out on the tags, and I know I'm not even stapling 3 times, right? So, long arm stapler to the rescue. We're all in. Those suckers ain't going anywhere. Alright, so now for the quote. Let's put this back in the spot that this long arm stapler has been in for the past 100 years. So I went ahead and typed up this quote, and I may have changed my mind. I just put it through the typewriter. You can put, you know, this right on the computer if you want. Maybe it's like that is better instead of separated out. Do I like that? I think it needs to go there, but I don't know how. Maybe I should just staple the sucker down. Because then it won't need to be glued, and then it might... Oh, I like that idea. Come back out, stapler. Oh, I'm lucky it even had staples in it. Alright, so this one I'm going to staple there. And I'm going to try to get this as taut, because I liked that. Let's see if I can... Yeah, I like that a lot. Alright, now, yeah, now I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I almost feel like I'm kind of done. I mean, I need a date there. I might as well put the date on there. Let's get my my date stamp. Because I think I go away and then my life is just little mini parts. Look, I found a bottle of glue. That's what I've been looking for forever, see? Yeah, date stamp. Oh, I found it. I found it. Date stamp. I don't even know what today is. It's the 30th. Wow, is tomorrow Halloween? Yeah, it's the 30th today. All day. 30th. I should probably stamp it in watercolor, but I'm not going to. So, let's get... Clearly that date's got to go here. Yeah. And, I guess I'm going to need to walk away from it just for a minute to figure out what it is I need on there. But technically, look, I can't open my drawer anymore. Technically it could be done because I'm okay with it being done, but I just got to make sure I don't want anything else. Walk away and then change my mind. I'm totally like organizing this drawer as I'm talking. Alright, I have a neutral gray and one of those precision tip bottles. So my first thought was just to make splatters. Like, just start making drops all over. But then I thought maybe a drip? I'm not sure. So I'm going to start with the splatter. I should probably take this off. I kind of like that because it takes that idea from over here. And then... Oh, that was a lot of splatter. Huh, I'll keep it. I'm going to dry it, that's almost dry. There's a couple of wet spots here, but I think the finishing touch is just going to take some weathered wood, distress ink, and kind of grungy, because now the tags look a little too pristine. So I want to grungy them up so they kind of match the face over there. Alright, now... That's it for Inspiration Wednesday. Alright, I am going for a massage. I'm so excited. Alright, so I will see you back here next week. Peace out.